Hey, good morning, everyone. Rory Powers, Right Line Trading. This broadcast is for educational demonstration purposes only. It's important to know that I'm not a licensed financial advisor, not offering any type of trading advice here today. Take no responsibility for any losses incurred while trading. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, July 8th. If you're joining us today, hallelujah. Any day above ground is a blessed day. We're live this morning, alive and kicking, coming live from South Florida, making a joyful noise. Let's take a quick look at the Forex Factory calendar. Let's see what type of news events are coming out, news reports. If today's your first day joining us, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. We like to take a look at the Forex Factory calendar. Why? We don't want any unpleasant surprises. Ever have one? Not too much fun. These economic news reports, it's a very news-driven market, can cause a tremendous amount of volatility, especially when they're labeled as an orange or red folder, which would be a high impact expected. So let's scroll down to Wednesday. It looks like the FOMC meeting minutes. Now, I think that's from last week. I don't think that is going to be anything new. FOMC at 2 o'clock. 10:30, we have crude oil inventories. So crude oil at 10:30. Later on at 2 is FOMC. I always like to take a look at the overall environment that we're getting ourselves into. Let's just look at today's session. All of this other stuff is not important. We're just worried about today. We're trading very short time frames. What happened last week or 2 or 3 days ago doesn't have a huge impact on today's market for these intraday trades that we're taking. So if we scroll back to 1800 hours, that was when the session began. It looks like price was very choppy during the Asian session. Then the London Open, a huge move to the downside. And now price is slowly retracing back to the session open. That's the E-mini. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Here's the NASDAQ from 1800 hours. Pretty choppy market. Big move down during the London Open. And the retracement back to the session open price. Headed back that way. Not quite there yet. Currently on the NASDAQ, market structure-wise, we are above the VWAP, which is the yellow dotted line. Our 15 EMA is above the 50. There was a cross at about 8:10 this morning. So we're looking for long entries. We're looking to go in the same direction as the trend. The ES, market structure-wise, was set up also for longs. We are above the VWAP, and the 15 is above the 50. So we're looking for long entries. We like after the opening bell to give the market a chance to settle down and kind of find a direction. We're going to be demonstrating the system trade 5 Apex accounts this morning, 5 prop accounts. Good morning, Rao. Thanks for joining us today. Good luck, everybody. Enjoy the trades. It's 9:29. We have a daily profit goal of $250. And if we reach it, we're going to stop Our best bots are currently trading the retirement plan with $1,000 of risk. I'm going to modify that, trade the micro on 3 contracts. Our E-mini is trading the ES Star. The ES Star has $750 of risk. And we're going to risk 3 micros on that one. Here's the retirement plan. The retirement plan is red hot right now. On the MNQ, let's put it on the best spot. The NQ retirement plan. What we do is we have some really powerful technology that leverages Claude AI. Good morning. Good morning, Michael. Suzanne, thanks for joining us. Yaniv, thank you. This could be a, nope. I was thinking another retirement plan entry. Our best bot is on the retirement plan. Let's change the copier to the best bot. We're getting these big blue high volume candles at the open. It's 9:31. It's early. I don't want to jump in just yet. I'm looking for the breakout of our opening morning range here. Oh, wow. There it goes. Let's take a look at our open positions. Oh, wow. Did that break through resistance? I love that trade, that breakthrough, that opening range. On our Heikin-Ashi system, it's telling us to go long on the E-mini, on the NQ. We see the retracement. Let's see how deep the retracement is. Not very deep. But remember, we had that big move down overnight. If you remember, price is just retracing back to where the session open price was. The market doesn't like gaps. It gapped down through the London session. And now it's slowly retracing back to where the session open was at 75.49 on the ES. $29,400 on the NQ. Getting some strong buy signals on the Heikin-Ashi 1 minute. Let's take a look at the E-mini. My VWAP is way down here. Look at gold. Gold on the Heikin-Ashi is hot. Let's go to gold real quick. Could be a retirement plan long. Nope. Didn't take it. Looking for a retirement plan long. Let's switch over to the best spot. The sniper just jumped in long. Let's watch the best spot trade. There's the retirement plan trade long. Let's do an audit on the best spot. Curious which strategy sent them that trade. Oh, ES best spot. Look at my strategy settings on the Leapfrog. The Leapfrog is trading the MNQ, trading 5 contracts. There it goes now. I like to watch the trades play out on my chart. I want them to earn my confidence before I turn on my copier. And I want to see how the market is moving. The sniper is in that beautiful trade long, getting some high volume candles to the upside. Let's see how this does. Okay, caught the Leapfrog. Here we go. Let's wait for the market to find a direction. We retraced back almost to the session open price, not quite. We're going to wait for our trade. I always think of one of our members. He said, hey, Rory, you know, there's 3 opportunities each day. Look for the 3 big moves. And I always, when I'm watching the charts, I think, hey, is this one of those 3 big moves that I'm looking for? Eric. It was Eric. Leapfrog long. Here we go. This thing could go to the moon. Let's try a leapfrog through resistance. Gold is still in the long trade here on the Heikinashi. Here we go. Watch the break of resistance. Okay, we're in. Okay, we're leapfrogging. Come on up. Got a loose order. All right. Got a couple $100 across all 5 accounts. We played the leapfrog right through resistance. I think this market's going to continue to go up. We broke through a major point of resistance there. The reason I really like that entry is I was looking at my 5-minute chart and I saw market structure wise, it's set up for longs. Getting these high volume candles to the upside. On my Unorenko chart, it broke through resistance. The account dashboard, what that is a trade copier. That's a separate tool sold separately. There's a number of trade copiers on the market that you can add to your workspace. The E-minis in long, taking some beautiful trades. My whole E-mini portfolio is riding the ES long. Riza. I believe it's looking at the New York session. I'm not 100% positive. This is a retirement plan entry now. If it continues up, that's a signal A on the retirement plan. Didn't trigger though. Gold just jumped in short. I was on the phone with Big Jim this morning. He still can't get that two-factor authenticator straight. We had to send a support ticket in through Apex. And Lawrence is another one, same issue. He finally passed, he got past his eval, and he's trying to buy the PA account. They had him set up the two-factor authenticator. We can't get past it. We're afraid he's going to lose his opportunity. Well, I don't think that'll happen, but it's been a real pain in the neck dealing with that two-factor. Oh, there's retirement plan. Let's go to retirement plan. This is our #1 bot for the day. I really love the entries it was taking pre-market. I always put my profit target right below resistance. Let's give it a clear shot. What is going on with this? Let's see why the best bot didn't take. We have an audit button here, and I'm curious to see is blocked, not flat. Oh, it pivoted to the leapfrog. Interesting. So we can always see with that audit button, what's going on with our best bot? It looks like now it's taken another trade on the leapfrog. So it's pivoting between the leapfrog and the retirement plan. The leapfrog is hot right now. That's what that means. On the micros, just not even 30 minutes ago, it was down 1,000. Now it's down 200. So it's made $800 really quick on trading 3 or 4 micros, 5 micros. Let's see if we get the break of resistance here. We get the break of resistance. This could have some running room, could have some legs. Let's see if they push it through. Got a lot of buyers in the market right now. I think this thing's going to fly right through. Here it comes. Just about. Little more. They're trying to push it through. Come on, get up there. This thing could be off to the races. Oh, couldn't make it. Let's see if it bounces off the 50. Took a loser. Here comes a retirement plan entry. It's right back in again, the leapfrog. I always like to put it right below resistance, right at resistance. Let it get into my profit window. Remember, the profit target window is your trigger for the leapfrog trade management. I wanted to show you how that works. I think it's really important to know this. Let's take a look at the strategy settings on the leapfrog, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about here is the trigger for my leapfrog is the profit target window. What is the profit target window? What it means is if it has a value of, can you see it? No. When my profit target window has a value of 35, what does that mean? Well, let's watch this trade. This could be one of the 3 that we were referring to. Here it goes. A monster trade on the micro. Very nice. So let's go over the trade management really quick because I think this is important. If your profit target is 100 on your ATM strategy and your profit target window is 35, what does that mean? That means that once price is 35 ticks from your profit target, that would be 65 plus 65. If price goes to plus 65, that's going to trigger your leapfrog. Your leapfrog is going to bring your stop to 35 ticks behind price. Price is at 65. Your stop goes to plus 30, right? 35 ticks below 65. So now my stop is at plus 30. So I've made $150 on the trade regardless at that point. If it comes back and stops me out, I made 150 bucks. However, if the trade continues to mature and leapfrog, well, the sky's the limit. I can get a runner. So being able to position this profit target window gives you the ability to lock in profits with the potential for a runner. So it's a really great tool to implement. It's never a bad idea to use this in any of our strategies, and it can be added to any one of them. Wow, look at this leapfrog go. It's on a real hot streak. It's working its way up our leaderboard, that's for sure. Right back in long. This is when you start saying, hey, this bot is starting to find the ebb and flow. You've watched it take 3 or 4 winners out of the last 5 trades. And it starts building up my confidence. Got to stop out there. Jumped right back in short. It's pretty aggressive. Another really cool feature that we have on these bots is what we call our power play condition. What that means is if you don't want to take short trades, if your higher time frame, for example, and I'm just using this as an example, I'm looking at a higher time frame of a 5-minute chart. If I don't want to take a short when my 5-minute chart is aligned to the upside in an uptrend, which might be a little too conservative, a 5-minute, these Unorenkos, you know, and listen, we're day trading very short profit targets. You could certainly get into a trade that's in a counter trend position compared to a 5-minute. But I'm just using this as an example, okay? If you only want to take your Unorenko to take long entries, when your 5-minute is set up for long trades, there's a setting in the strategy parameters, in the global parameters, called the power play. In the strategy parameters, there's a condition called the power play. This power play condition, when checked, provides you the ability to ensure that your strategy will only take long trades when your higher time frame is also lined up to the upside. It's a way to make these bots a little more conservative. This one, my chart speed is an 8 Unorenko. The higher time frame when this is checked is looking at a 20 Unorenko. So there has to be an alignment of trends, a multi-time frame alignment of trend between my 8 Unorenko and my 20 Unorenko. You can make this as conservative or aggressive as you like with this power play entry, with this power play condition. Another is the price velocity filter. The price velocity filter, when this is checked, is a good way to filter out trades when the market is in chop. You see that I always time out when I enable my trade copier. One of the things I'm looking at is the market in chop. If it's in chop, I'd be crazy to enable my copier across 5 accounts. I don't want to take 5 trades when the market's in chop. Well, the way to automate that process without timing it on a discretionary basis is we can use what's called the price velocity filter. When this is enabled, in this example, on a 2-minute candle, price has to go 100 ticks before that condition is satisfied. Look at this runner down. Let me finish my thought. So this will prevent you from getting into a choppy range-bound market by using your price velocity filter. So our leapfrog is finding the ebb and flow of this market. The win rate is starting to come up a little. Now it's up 200. At the market open, it was down 1,000. This is going to be a beautiful trade to the upside. I've noticed when the VWAP and the areas of support are very close to one another, it usually leads to a big move, a big reversal to the upside. If it's headed down into your area of support and you have both the VWAP as well as these pivots or volume zones, man, it's usually a really nice entry to the upside when that happens. Here it comes. This is a perfect example. Now I want to start doing, once the Claude Optimizer comes out, which will be in the next day or two, that's going to be a good risk management tool because it's going to limit your risk on each entry by managing your trade management. We're going to start doing more training because having an understanding of the different conditions that we can implement are really important. Everyone's style, everyone's profit goals, everyone's risk tolerance is unique, is what I've learned from answering the phones here. So it's hard for an out-of-the-box bot to conform to everybody's unique style. So how do we custom fit it for you? Well, you'd have to know how the conditions work in order to do that. And there's some really unique ways that we can get your profit goal locked in. This leapfrog is really starting to gain my confidence. The win rate has gone way up. It's up to 425 now. That's a $1,400 shift in the last 30 minutes. There's a really good training video in the Discord on trade management that explains the break-even plus or minus, the profit window, the leapfrog, the smart stops. We have really great tools to use for trade management. If you don't know how it works, you're really missing out on them. Let's see if we can get along through resistance on the Heikinashi. We had a bunch of beautiful long signals through the VWAP. That's institutional money driving the price of the NASDAQ higher. Here comes a short on the leapfrog. Hey, good morning, Mac. Good to see you. Good morning, Michael. Two different things, Michael. Two different things. We can use the best spot and still implement the leapfrog. Not sure how that trade got executed. I've never seen that happen before. That trade executed on its own. There must be an automated strategy with that account in it. Yeah, there is. Okay, now it makes sense. I wouldn't have taken that trade straight into resistance. Look at this leapfrog go, will you? We're going to start holding the trainings every week. I'm going to start them up again once the Cloud Optimizer comes out this week. Let's start doing the trainings again on Wednesdays. We have a number of new conditions since we did the last training. It's a pain point to learn this stuff, and it's not it's not fun. But I think if you really want to do well, it can only help you. Here comes a signal on gold. Actually, we don't have our background bias, which is why I'm going to watch it. I'm not going to take the trade. On my indicator settings, we usually put the bias on a 3-minute, which it is. You could see the NASDAQ on my 5-minute. We're overbought, and it's retracing back to the VWAP, back towards the 50 and the VWAP. But it's very difficult calling tops and bottoms. For me, I like to take, I'm more of a trend trader. That's my style. Counter trend trades always scare me, even though they can be very profitable. Like here's a short on the leapfrog, and you could see my 5-minute. It's a mean reversion entry on a 5-minute. Bam, popped right back up. Look at the speed that these bots can execute. Isn't that amazing? These bots can get in and out lightning fast. We've got a really powerful tool that we use that we call the lagometer. The lagometer. I always share it with our new clients. Let me bring it up for a moment. Whether you trade discretionary or you trade an automated system, you've got to have a lagometer. It's a must-have tool. I kid you not. What it shows you, let's see if we break through here. If we break through resistance, we're going to take this long trade on the Heikin-Ashi. But what this lagometer shows you is latency, lag. The chart is a visual representation of time and price, right? Well, if either one of those is off, what you're seeing is an optical illusion. It's not accurate. So you've got to have your time axis synced up to what they call the atomic clock. And it doesn't matter if you're trading discretionary, automated, it's universal. We give these away for free to all of our members. If you're not a member of ours and you'd like one for free, send me an email to support@rightlinetrading.com and I'll get it to you. 90% of our new members who are not on a VPS that are setting it up on their local machine, 90% have a tremendous amount of lag because their atomic clock is not synced. And I'm not just saying it, it's the truth. So I'm going to put my email address in. And if you don't have one, send me an email and I'm going to send it to you for free. You'll thank me for it. We got crude oil, black gold. We have crude inventory at 1030. Our black gold bot is in long. Our Heikin-Ashi bot, let's go to the Heikin-Ashi bot, also took that long entry. Leapfrog's in long. We got 20 minutes until the crude inventory report. This is the window that crude oil normally performs very well. You could see in the month of July, my crude oil bot between 10 and 1030 is tremendously profitable. We can do an analysis of each one of our bots and see, based on half hour of the day, what the P&L is. This is a big window for crude. Okay, we got our background bias on gold. Let's go to the gold account. I'll put in a sell order. No, Riza, my bots are running. I see your question, Celtic. Give me a second. I'm sorry. I was looking at the charts. Riza, my bots are running locally. Now, all the risk is off the table on this gold trade with this trade management. I can always give the trade more room to run. To Celtic, let me tell you something. I can't tell you how many people, including myself, that's happened to. I mean, if you think about it, when you look at the chart, there's two things it tells you, right? That you got to know. You got to know the right price and you got to be on the right time. If either one of those isn't accurate, when you execute a trade, you might as well give away your money. You might as well just give it to them because you have no idea. It would be sheer luck. It would be like playing darts with the blindfold on, basically. That's why I'm saying if you don't have a lagometer, send me a request to support@rightlinetrading.com. It'll be the best free tool you ever had. I'm really liking that gold setup still. All we're missing is a high volume candle on gold. It's moving down on very low volume, which is a red flag. Not to mess with it. On gold, we want to see at least a couple hundred contracts a minute. Right now, there's 28 contracts a minute, 30 contracts a minute. It's moving at a snail's pace. See if we break down through the VWAP. Boy, this gold wants to continue down. On the Heikin-Ashi system, it's actually in a trade. This is the automated bot that comes with the Heikin-Ashi trend tracker. It actually took this short entry, which is really a beautiful entry. And now it's in the leapfrog. So the Heikin-Ashi trend tracker also has the leapfrog trade management. Look at that beautiful gold trade on the Heikin-Ashi. Getting those flat top Heikin-Ashi candles. And it's just taken off to the downside now. It does, Riza. We have a really great manuals, several manuals actually. One is completely on how to set it up. We also have a video that shows the process. Very user friendly. Our developer, Sergio, is a master at creating shortcuts and making things user friendly. He developed what we call our tool. It's called the RLT tool. And with the click of a mouse, it'll create a separate SIM account for each one of the bots. It will build all of the strategies in your workspace. The workspace also includes your chart templates, of course. But this tool makes the installation process a snap. We do have a video that explains it and shows it, and we have a user's guide, a PDF. Some people prefer PDFs. Not many, but if you are one of those people, you don't do videos. They're painful for you. So we do have a PDF. Look at these beautiful cell signals. My goodness. Let's see if we could write it right down to support. Let's put it back on my SIM account. We're getting a little bit of a retracement here. Wow. Black gold, crude oil's in a monster. Look at this crude trade that the Heikinashi system's in. I put my profit goal right below support, resistance, excuse me. Market's starting to fly. Michael, if you're still there, why don't we get together on the phone? Well, you have an appointment with Brock today, I understand. Brock can show you where the profit window is, and your the leapfrog offset. You got to know that information. It's helpful to know it. Only because everyone's style is unique and everyone's profit goals are unique, and there's no right or wrong answer. It's just what fits best for your trading plan and your account size. Look at this beautiful crude oil trade. Holy moly. Now it's in the leapfrog. Let's just break through resistance. We got some running room to the upside here. Watch this break a resistance on the NQ. Here it goes. Bam. Here we go. This is a beautiful entry. Bam. Man, I should have taken that. Hindsight's always 2020. I love those breaks. The break of that area of resistance. Let's go to the Heikinashi NQ. I see it's in a trade right now. It's in this long. We want to put our profit target right below. See if we get the break of resistance. That's a good question, Riza. No, there is no ongoing maintenance fees. I know a lot of vendors do, but we don't. Look at crude oil, black gold. Somebody knows something before that report came out. I always think that. Look what they're doing to the price of crude. Well, they've got that geopolitical conflict that kicked back off, I read, in the Strait of Hormuz. And the price of crude is going up. Let's look at this crude oil, the CL black gold. Wow, look at that trade. $1,000 trade here. Now listen, if you could always take profits and close the trade, if you want to continue to allow it to run, you can drag your stop. Having the stop and profit target projected on the chart gives us an enormous amount of flexibility when it comes to trade management. We got crude inventory in 5 minutes. Nice, Rao. Congratulations, man. That's not easy. Those are big accounts. Great job. Rao passed two $250,000 evals. How'd you do it, Rao? Here's another beautiful leapfrog entry long. Wow, what a nice trade. Come on up. You hate to see a perfect entry like that fail, but it happens. Crude's in a $1,200 trade now. It's going right through resistance. Let's see if there was a news report that came out. Something crossed the wire on the Strait of Hormuz. Wow, look at crude oil take off. And the leapfrog. This could be one of those three. Here we go. Look at this volume. Watch this short roll here. Wow, this is a $1,700 crude trade. Donald Trump says the ceasefire is over at the NATO summit. I think that's why we see the price of crude is going to steadily go up. We're at an $1,800 entry now on crude oil. High volume candles driving the price higher. $2,000 trade on crude. Trump attending the NATO summit. Announced at the summit that the ceasefire is over. Oil prices surge as Strait of Hormuz tensions return. Here comes the crude inventory report in 1 minute. I don't think it matters what the crude inventory report is at this point. We might go back up to $80. Yeah, we gotta add the crude oil template to your system, Yaniv. In Discord, we have a crude oil, the black gold template. That's what this is trading, the black gold template. And you have the gold retirement plan. We just need to add those. When we meet up this afternoon, we'll add them. Now, they're not our most consistent bots, but when you have events like you see today, they can make a lot of money. Wow. He did it on the scalper. Great job, Rao. Rao loves that scalper. He'll use that scalper on crude oil, gold. Look at this crude oil trade, will you? $2,300 trade right now. This is in the leapfrog. This thing could very easily go to $80 a barrel very quickly. What a soccer match yesterday, my goodness. When I think of the World Cup now, I think of the U.S. losing, but it's such a, these matches are just such a joy to watch. Every 4 years they do the World Cup. The defending champs, Argentina, found themselves down by 2 goals yesterday. Came storming back. Look at these high volume candles on the Heikin Ashi. Boy, it's tempting to take a crude oil entry. This trade has the potential to be the single most profitable trade during a live stream. And I'm referring to this crude oil trade. Now, of course, the one-day passes, you know, those have made $3,000 several times. But remember, this one is only trading one contract. Big difference. We have professional options trader David Wise coming up at 11. $2,500 crude trade and counting. This thing's not done yet. Tremendous volume on crude. It's at 500 contracts a minute. Is it better to put it on a VPS? My personal opinion is try to run it locally first. It's free. If we have a problem, and we'll set you up with the lagometer, and we'll know if you have a problem. If you have a problem running it on your local computer, then we need a solution. But let's not create a problem before we have it. If your local computer is getting a lot of lag and your resources are not sufficient, then a VPS is a great solution. However, if you have a powerful, strong computer at home and a good Wi-Fi connection that's stable, then there's no reason for a VPS. Sooner or later, you just get a feeling crude oil is going to come flying back down to the 50. The inventory report came out. I'll tell you what it was if you're interested. The forecast was for negative 1.9 million. It came out at 3 million. The price of crude is going to the moon. Here comes the leapfrog on 5 micros. Look at crude oil go. Let's see if we get a break of support here. Look at gold. Do we take the break of support? Here it comes. Watch this leapfrog short. 12,000 contracts a minute. Here it comes. Nope. Didn't break it, but it's going to come back and retest it. Boy, look at this. Look at gold. A big signal on the Heikin-Ashi gold short. Wow, look at this leapfrog, man, almighty. Let me take off the text to marker. Gold came right down and gave my stop a kiss. We needed to bounce. $2,400 crude oil trade. Come on, get my window. Bam. That's the profit window. Okay, my gold just got into the leapfrog. Right at support. Let's see if it pushes through support. Love to see a leapfrog one more time here. Crude oil's out of the trade. What a monster trade that was. Here comes a short. Watch the break of support. This gold bot's up $2,100. It's number one. The Heikin-Ashi gold bot. Heikin-Ashi trend tracker, trading gold, is the top performing bot of the day. I'm looking at the 5 minute. The 5 minute on the NASDAQ is coming right into the VWAP. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. God willing, we'll be back tomorrow, same time. It's Miller time. It's Miller time. Our schedule, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Normally are my days, Tuesday and Thursday. Mark is on. If you're joining us late, we took a one trade earlier in the session. Got just before my profit goal at 250. It's right about 200. Decided to hold it there until something really juicy came. It's starting to line up short on this NASDAQ. Crude also just gave us a tremendous trade with the unrest in the Middle East. We'll keep an eye on crude. It's retracing back to the 50. But I'm getting very tempted on this NASDAQ short. The reason I say that is we're just about to break through the VWAP here on our 5 minute. The Heikin-Ashi system went long on crude again. Jero, good morning. 4 green and 4 blown. 50-50. Great job. Stay focused on the 4 green ones. Part of the prop trading process is losing some accounts. We can't become emotionally attached to them. Mark Miller is celebrating another payout. Congratulations, Mark. Another payout. Let's see, we get a short roll. Man, it's tempting to take this short. I hate to turn a winning day into a losing day. That's why I'm really hesitant to do it. I probably won't do it. But remember, hey, Brandon, good to see you. Brandon's in upstate New York. We've got a few members in upstate New York. We got George. George is also upstate New York. He always says, I'm up here in the frozen tundra. Frozen tundra. Watch the break of support. It's coming down to retest it. We do. We have several traders from Israel. Does it break this key area of support? Let's see. Or does it double bottom and bounce? Oh, it's tempting to take this break. I think it's gonna fly right through, Brandon. Our 5 minutes right into the 50, right here. There it goes. Oh, and it's off to the races. It's on. Here we go. Would have been a winner. Would have been a winner. Let's see if it keeps going. Nope. ES Scalpers in. ES Best Spot. ES Scalper. Everything's jumping in short except crude. Crude's in long. Man, I'm tempted to go short. I'll tell you, I think this thing is going to flop over here. There it goes. Saw it coming. Bam, it's gone. Oh, the Heikinashi on the E-mini is in a monster. Oh, look at this trade. The Heikinashi system shorted the E-mini. It's in a monster. Last trade, last trade. Please, on your way out the door, if you would please like my video. The crude pullback. Man, I think gold is going to continue to drop too. Yeah, it pulled all the way back to the 50, Brandon. Now it's bouncing. You're right. This is what Brandon's referring to. Look at this E-mini trade. Man, I love this leapfrog entry. Let's give it a shot. Are we too late to the party? Yeah. Jumped right back in the E-mini. Please, on your way out the door, please like my video here on YouTube. God willing, we'll be back tomorrow. I want to thank everybody for joining me. I'll tell you what, we'll do something fun today. and everybody has a chance. I've got a code for a free account for Apex, a free account. I have a coupon code. It'll give you a 100% free account. Be the first one to call the office. Be the first one to call the office right now, and I'm going to send you a code for a free prop account. I've got the phone right here, and whoever calls the office first, the account is yours. Let me make sure the phone is on. See if you're paying any attention to me. There's the caller. Yaniv, you got it. Yaniv was the first to call from Israel. Tanya called, but Yaniv beat you, Tanya. I'm going to give Tanya one also. I've got two. Okay, Yaniv and Tanya, you win today. All right, thanks for playing. Have a great day, everybody. Don't forget, please like my video on your way out the door. Mark Miller, it's Miller time tomorrow. If that was you trying to call, we have the winners, but I will return the call if you need me to answer it. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Last trade. Last trade. Whoa, look at this thing go. My goodness, what happened? Let's pivot to the NASDAQ. Crude inventory rose 3 million barrels last week. They have an excess of inventory. Normally the price would go down, but not today. NQ retirement plan, last trade. Last trade for real this time. Took the signal A long. Let's hopefully it bounces off the VWAP. This is the bot that was performed the best pre-market. Let's put our profit goal our profit target right below resistance. We'll give it a clear shot. It'll get into our profit target window quicker. And what is the profit target window? It's the trigger for my leapfrog. It's the trigger for my leapfrog. Once you're in the leapfrog, good things happen. There it goes. Okay. Retirement plan ended at $3,255. Have a great day, everybody. So long. Congratulations, Yaniv. Congratulations, Rao. Two $250,000 accounts. Great job, man. So long, everybody.